Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the Superscript New Comic Book Minute. Special because we got three of us here today. We've got Thor, Nick, and myself because it's the week of Free Comic Book Day, and we're pretty much here all the time. So here are the new comics we are excited to read for the week of Wednesday, May 3rd. Nick, do you want to take it away?
Sure. We got a new My Hero Academia. This one features Star and Stripe, which is the name of this character on the front. This book is consistently really good, so check it out if you haven't already. I think we've got basically most of them in stock, if not all of them. Then we got a new horror one from Cullen Bunn. This is Lamentation, featuring 48 pages of fear, as it says. So it's an oversized big issue. Cullen Bunn, always good on the horror stuff, so looking forward to checking that out. Then we got a new one from Peach Momoko of the Demon Wars series. This one is called Scarlet Sin. These have been great. Peach Momoko writes and illustrates these, and they are Marvel tales retold through Japanese folklore. These are really cool. The art is awesome. Then we got some Peacemaker. Peacemaker tries hard. Kyle Starks of I Hate This Place and 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. So you can expect some, I would think, some good, weird humor in this with Peacemaker and his dog. I don't know the name of the dog, but we'll find out. Then we got Dawn of DC, rebooting a bunch of stuff, starting a bunch of new stories. This one is Shazam by Mark Waid. So Shazam. So check that out if you've been wanting to read some Shazam. Then also Shazam, we've got The Monster Society of Evil by Jeff Smith of Bone fame, with the introduction of Alex Ross. So more Shazam. And then lastly here, we got the Department of Truth big hardcover volume 1. This has the first 17 issues of James Tynion's hit seller, the Department of Truth, for all you who want to read a weird conspiracy horror thing. It's great, super good, and this is a nice looking hardcover.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Nick. Thorn, you want to take it away?
Sure. I'll start off. I'll start off with we have a new sci-fi book from Tim Seeley. It's a follow-up to one of the series, and it's called Money Shot Comes Again. Great. Then we got
almost made it without Kick on. Almost.
We got another one shot. This is a Buffy one shot in the new Boom canon, and it's just them going on a summer road trip all together. So that's really fun. Oh man, the one shot train continues. For the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, Marvel's been putting out a bunch of one shots about different things in Return of the Jedi. And Lando's my favorite Star Wars character, and we have a Stephanie Phillips Lando one shot where it's him and Chewie going on an adventure. Since the Sinister just wrapped up, so we have 2 things that take place right after that. We have a new arc on Immortal X-Men, starting with a lot of Storm stuff going down. And then we have the one-shot X-Men before the fall, with the Fall of X coming up. Sons of X. This wraps up the Cy Spurrier Legion of X series.
So good.
And leads into Nightcrawler being Spider-Man.
We'll see about that.
We did. It's Cy Spurrier.
Then who will be Nightcrawler?
Spider-Man.
Which yeah, we're gonna write headcanon this later.
2 of my all-time favorites teamed up together to write a really great Superman story. This is Mark Russell as the writer and the Allreds on the artist as the artistic team. This is a great like Elseworld Superman story. I'm really excited that this is back in print. This is Sandman Mystery Theater. If you like The Sandman by Neil Gaiman, that was kind of influenced by a 40s DC character called The Sandman, who was a guy who wore gas masks and shot people with a sleeping gun. And this was a reimagining after the success of the Gaiman one, where it's more of a noir thing. Matt Wagner writes and draws all of it. This also has the one that Gaiman wrote in here where he meets Morpheus. It's really, really good. It's finally collected in some big soft covers. I think one more volume and that'll probably be all of it. It's super, super great. Marvel's, with Across the Spider-Verse coming up, Marvel is collecting all of Spider-Gwen in their Epic collections now. And this is the first 2 years, all of the Spider-Gwen stories from the first 2 years. These are really, really good. And lastly, the Spider-Man X-Men Marvel event Dark Web is out collected. It's Madeline Pryor and Ben Reilly, the 2 spurned clones of the Marvel Universe, teaming up to do some hell stuff.
Right on. And as we're about to be taken away by the fuzz from what it sounds like outside, I'm
many
gonna
tongues this week.
Well, speaking of too many tongues, thanks for the setup. A bunch of good symbiote books. Say that 3 times fast. Coming your way. We've got the alpha to Carnage Reigns, so the new Carnage mini that's coming your way. So that looks pretty good. Involving what looks like Miles, Iron Man, the Red Goblin, and Venom. Then we have Cult of Carnage Misery. So that's
Red Goblin's mom.
Yeah. No tongue though.
With
absent a tongue. 2 big tongues though in Edge of the Spider-Verse, where we have clearly a multiversal, visits to a land where Spider-Man and Venom are Tyrannosauruses. Just what you need to get ready for Through the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse.
Part 1.
Never get ready. All right. Then we've got Dan Abnett, one of the writers I really like in both his prose work and his comics writing work. The new Groot mini. I'm very interested to check out what Dan Abnett does with Groot. And then we have Dawn of DC, the legacy numbered 900th issue of Batman 135 is a brand new arc in the Chip Zdarsky Batman saga, which is, oh boy, it's some of the best Batman I've ever read in my life. So good. Really looking forward to reading this and looking forward to see all of the new Dawn of DC stuff. I'm really excited about that. Shazam by Mark Waid.
And Dan Moore.
Speaking of people who have written good Batmans before, we've got Scott Snyder's very large name at the top, and then the title of the comic at the bottom, Dark Spaces Wildfire, which is about, I believe it's nonfiction about forest fire fighters. That's on Twister today in California. And I don't know, Scott Snyder's an amazing writer. I was kind of trade waiting this one because I wanted to read it all at once. But most of what he writes is I think Scott Snyder is like Batman or like Dark Knight's death metal and stuff like that. Or it's very interesting to see him write something that is not just grounded in reality, but like it is nonfiction in comics. So I am looking forward to taking that home. I am always interested when new publishers enter the space, and I've been waiting for the Whatnot book that really grabbed me cover-wise, and this is it. This Astrobots, which looks like, I don't know, sweet-looking Gundam stuff going on, robots fighting, the art is outstanding. It's not a creative team I'm aware of, but Simon Furman and Hector Trunick. But I'm really excited to read this. This book looks quality, so the art's outstanding. So if you're a big mecha fan, this is the book for you. And if I misuse mecha and it's supposed to be mecha, I apologize to you. Yeah, to Simon. And then Star Signs, which is a new Solomon Ahmed book. It's got another new book which came out last week or 2 weeks ago. Terror War. This is very, very different. This is astrological in nature, and it is a superhero book at its core, but featuring some folks who don't usually get a ton of prominence in modern day mutant and superhero stuff. So Solomon Ed is a great writer. He had a great run on Miles, great run on
Exiles. Read his Exiles run. It's really, really good.
So I'm looking forward to reading them. That is all the books for this week. We made it. It's a really big week for Free Comic Book Week. We're putting out a lot of new books. By the way, if we haven't mentioned it, this weekend, Free Comic Book Day. So come hang out with us across the street at Bottle House at 6 o'clock on Friday for some trivia and board games and a ton of other great stuff as we celebrate. And then at midnight that night, we will open our doors so you can get an early crack at the free books. And then the following day, that Saturday, we'll open again at 10 o'clock in the morning, so we'll have slept almost not at all. We're usually really fun to be around when we're in that state. And we will have a cosplay contest. We are doing a ton of great events. We're going to have a bunch of local creators like Gary Dumm and Joe Sorecki and Jake Kelly and John G. and Scory Bostic. The list goes on. And we will also be having a raffle. So all week, every $10 you spend in the store, we'll get you a raffle ticket to win one of the fabulous prizes you can find on our website or social media. Anything else, friends? All right. we'll see you this week.